Okay, here we go. This is Garrett, tears2joyministries.org. This video is called, What are Strongholds and How Many Demons Do We Have Living Inside of Us? All right, here we go. I pray this is going to bless you greatly. First of all, what is a stronghold? One definition for a stronghold is an unbiblical pattern of thought. So every single thought or pattern of thoughts that you have inside of you that are unbiblical, that is a stronghold. Let me give you an example. Let's pretend that you believe in a pre-tribulation rapture which cannot be found in the Bible. That is an unbiblical pattern of thought, and if you believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, that is a stronghold inside of you. Let me give you another example. Let's pretend that you believe God doesn't love you. Well, we know that's unbiblical. So, you believe God doesn't love you. That is an unbiblical pattern of thought. That is also a stronghold. So, one definition of a stronghold is an unbiblical pattern of thought inside of you. Now, what about some other strongholds like addictions? I believe addictions can be a form of a stronghold too. For example, if you're drinking alcohol and you can't quit, you can call that an addiction if you want, and that's correct. I think you can also call that a demonic stronghold, and that would be correct. There are a couple demons inside of you building a stronghold of alcohol. Or let's say that you're addicted to smoking weed or pills or even coffee. Yes, a caffeine addiction. You can call that a stronghold. I mean, if you can't quit smoking weed, if you can't quit drinking coffee, we can call that a stronghold also. It's a demonic stronghold inside of you. I remember when I used to play computer games and we would build these little castles on the map, and you would build the castle and build a fort and defend that area. That's a stronghold. When you're building that fort, and you're building your guard towers, and you're putting out your troops, and you're guarding that area of the map, that's a stronghold. And that is what the demons do inside of our mind, inside of our heart, inside of our soul. So, a stronghold can be an unbiblical pattern of thought. A demonic stronghold can be an addiction. It could be a demonic way of life that you can't change, that you can't quit, that you're helpless with. All of those can be strongholds. Now, everybody on earth has strongholds. Every single person on earth has strongholds inside of them, and they battle strongholds, not just you and not just me. So don't be sad tonight if you're battling addictions, if you're battling all kinds of unbiblical patterns of thought. We all do. Everybody on earth has strongholds inside of them, not just you. So don't feel bad. Don't feel sad. We're all in the same boat together, and we're all counting on God's grace to take down the strongholds in our lives. One last time. Every single person ever created by God has strongholds inside of them except Jesus. Jesus is the only one who did not have any strongholds inside of him. Every other person did in the past, and every person on earth right now has strongholds inside of them, including you and me. We all have unbiblical patterns of thought inside of us. Everybody does. I don't care how famous they are. I don't care how long they've been walking with the Lord. I don't care how well they supposedly know the Bible. And I don't care how much they pray every day. Everybody has unbiblical patterns of thought inside of their mind. Everybody. Everybody on earth is battling issues. Not just you, but everybody. Now let's battle how many demons people have inside of us. First of all, let's make something very clear right now. Every single person on earth has demons inside of them. Every single human being ever created had demons inside of them too. Jesus is the only person who was demon-free, and not anybody else in the existence of mankind, not anybody else. Now, some of you know who John Paul Jackson was. I say was because he died about 2 years ago. John Paul Jackson said that there is a separate demon associated with every stronghold in your mind. Now think about that. What is a stronghold again? An unbiblical pattern of thought in your mind. John Paul Jackson was saying that there's a separate demon with every single unbiblical pattern of thought in your mind. Think about that for a second. How many unbiblical patterns of thought do all of us have on earth? Oh my gosh. Wow. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, why does there have to be a separate demon with every unbiblical pattern of thought? Why can't one demon do it all? Well, I personally believe that that's possible. I believe that one or two demons could do all of the bad thoughts, all of the unbiblical patterns of thought. But let me share something else with you. Derek Prince, most of you know who he is. Derek Prince is also dead now too. Derek Prince was teaching when he was alive that you should assume there is a separate demon with every bad emotion you're feeling. For example, if you're battling sadness and depression real badly, you should assume that there's a demon of sadness and a demon of depression with you. Derek Prince would go on to say, well, okay, if you're battling shame and guilt and condemnation, you should assume that there's three separate demons with you: a demon of shame, a demon of guilt, and a demon of condemnation and even self-condemnation. So, if we try to put together this puzzle, Derek Prince was teaching that there's a separate demon associated with each separate negative emotion. And John Paul Jackson was teaching when he was alive that there is a separate demon with each unbiblical pattern of thought. Now we got to use discernment here. We got to hear from God here. When I try to use discernment, I'm leaning on the side that Derek Prince and John Paul Jackson were both correct. This seems to be what God is also teaching me, that there is a separate demon associated with each negative emotion, and there is most likely a separate demon with each and every unbiblical pattern of thought. Now that you're slowly learning that all human beings in existence have many, many, many unbiblical patterns of thoughts in their mind, that all people have many, many demons inside of them, which I have been sharing on the internet with people for many years now. In fact, the terminology that I like to use is The human race is completely infested with demons. Now, would a true child of God, a real chosen one, have less demons than the non-believers? Generally speaking, yes. Yes. God and his son Jesus are working with us, changing us, molding us, shaping us, teaching us, sanctifying us over a period of time. And we are becoming more and more demon-free, just like the book of 1 John talks about. Just like John 8:31 talks about. So yes, I would agree that the true chosen ones, generally speaking, will have less demons inside of us than the other people of the world. But don't you fool yourself. We are all infested with demons. Too many to count, too many to understand. Really, very few people in the world are even teaching this truth. Very, very few. In fact, I don't really know of anybody else in all of the years of ministry work that I have been doing who teaches this besides myself. Children of God, the negative emotions are being caused by evil spirits. Your addictions are being caused by evil spirits. The unbiblical patterns of thought inside your mind are evil spirits. So to wrap up this video, we are infested with evil spirits. Just a friendly guess, I believe that all of the non-believers of the world are going to have anywhere from, say, 25 to 2,000 demons inside of them. I'm just guessing. This guess doesn't mean anything. It's not important. I'm just guessing to finish up this video. I would say all non-believers have anywhere from 25 to 2,000, maybe even 3,000 demons inside of them at any given time. Now for chosen ones, for children of God who were chosen before the universe was ever created, I would guess at any given time, anywhere from, say, maybe 5 demons to a couple hundred, to maybe 200, maybe 300. Yes. If you're having trouble believing me, if you're having trouble believing this video, keep studying. Keep asking God to teach you more. Ask God to give you wisdom. Don't just give up and throw in the towel. Don't just turn off the video and go pout like a little baby. Ask God to teach you more. Ask God to give you more wisdom, and He will. The human race is completely infested with demons. Nobody is demon-free. Nobody except Jesus. Nobody is free from strongholds except Jesus. I mean, not anybody. We all have unbiblical patterns of thought inside our mind. Everybody does. All right, I pray this video is blessing you, changing your theology, changing your outlook on spiritual warfare, and I pray that it's teaching you that we need grace so much more than we ever thought we did. We need God's grace badly.